Grand Rising, dear viewers and followers. In this one, I want to talk about spies and informants, guys, and how you should learn to recognize them when they're in your midst, posing and pretending to be friends while being frenemies all the time. Guys, when you're in like a setting, in a social setting, let's say, and you're with a few people, a few bots, and you are like conveying, you're talking about something, you're talking about a story, or you're sharing something with them. When there falls like this silence for 4 or 5 seconds, and they don't reply to you, guys, I've been learning this throughout the years. I'm not. This is not a one-day experience. Now I know exactly how it works. What they do is, they like talk to you. And when you have that silence of 5 to 6, even sometimes 10 seconds, they're storing information. It's not a silence like they're thinking about what to say, because the story is very overwhelming. No, it's about storing the information and sending it to the spiritual realm, to their father, Satan. And let me tell you something, guys. If you enter a place and, how should I say it? You're telling them something, or you're talking to them, and they like look at each other with silence. They look at each other, start grinning, or look at each other for 3 seconds, and then look back at you. They're talking about you. They're communicating about you. And the thing it is with that is that I told you guys before, when somebody doesn't know who they are, and they're not in alignment with themselves, or they don't know what their purpose is here, they are hosts. And I have to say, sometimes it's even subconsciously, because I told you, you have differences here. You have organic portals, you have robotoids, you have synthetic beings, you have hologram people, you have AI, literally. You know how in a computer game, if you push the button to the left, the character will go to the left. You have people who are literally controlled by AI. But these ones I'm talking about are empty vessels, soulless beings, They communicate, they spy on you. I have this one bot continuously texting me, what are you doing today? How late are you doing this? Where are you now? Are you working today? Are you going to your parents? When are you going to do this? When are you going to... They are spies, guys. And they communicate with their father, Satan. And this is what I try to tell you guys, But I don't want to wear off the subject. When 2 people are looking at each other, you're talking to them, they're looking at each other and they're grinning. Those are 2 entities communicating. It's like, hey, he gave us this information. Did you hear it? I heard it as well. Let's store it up and use it against him later, or in that way try to predict what his next move going to be. They communicate via telepathy. I really believe that, because if you look at them at face value, you think, no, they're just people like you, bullshit. Entities have that power to do that, because these things are not humans. I told you that a long time ago. And the thing also is, be careful with people that you always run into when you're going somewhere. Let's say you go around the corner, you see them there. You go, let's say your neighbor, you see him all the way in the shopping mall, and 3 times in a row. That stuff ain't a coincidence. You're being spied on, guys. But those key elements, watch that. When they grin at each other, or they look at each other, 3 seconds, and then they grin, or they look at each other and then look back at you, that means to say, before you came there, they were talking about you already. And there's something that they're communicating telepathically about you. And this is how you could recognize spies and informant. Be very careful. Not afraid, not paranoia, but be very careful with bots always asking, what are you doing? What time are you doing this? How late are you going to be there? How are you feeling? How are you doing? How have you been? Continuously. That's not a normal behavior. So yeah, guys, that being said, I don't have to, but I'm going to work. And be at peace.